Welcome to Jere's Games.
That was actually.
Which is not really what this is. What is this, you ask?
What is
This is a tale. Not that kind of tale. This is a tale of a man. Not that kind of tale. This is a tale of an ordinary man wanting, needing, like a baker needs dough. No, not that kind of need. Not that kind of need either. Well, actually not that kind of dough. You see, yeah, that kind of dough. See, a baker needs dough so he can make more dough. Well, that made sense in once upon a time. But that's another tale altogether. Not that kind of tale. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was over here. This is a tale of an ordinary man desperately needing to be extraordinary. Now, by extraordinary, I don't mean more average or excessively plain. I mean more extraordinary, like wham, pow, ha, whoa, kind of extraordinary. In fact, this man was so desirous and desperately needing to be extraordinary that he was willing to combat, command, convince, and capture, quiet, acquire, compete, conquer, comply, control, convey, compel by craftily, copying, and cleverly chronicle, cacophony of creative, crazy, cunning, quirky compilations of complete access to character quests.
Say it again. What was that?
Did you get that?
Repeat that.
One more time.
Okay, a little quicker and more concise.
Louder.
He was so desirous to be extraordinary that he was willing to combat, command, convince, capture, acquire, compete, conquer, comply, control, convey, compel, by craftily, copying, and cleverly chronicle, cacophony of creative, crazy, cunning, quirky compilations of complete character quests.
Are you recording?
I can tell, though, you really didn't grasp that, so I was really hoping I could tell my tale, but I guess I'm going to have to show you my tale. Not that kind of tale. No, this is you're going to have to sit back and experience this tale of an ordinary man on his quest to being extraordinary. So, enjoy.
Mom, did Dad leave? Oh, okay. Bye, Dad.
I am a fighting soldier, I won't take any guff. Sleepless nights and flying bullets, a soldier's lot is rough. What people say and others think, don't care 'cause I am tough. Combat and command, being gruff's my kind of stuff. And for a fighting soldier, that's more than enough. Combat and command, combat and command. Combat and command, I won't take any guff. Won't take any, won't take any, won't take any guff. Won't take any, won't take any, won't take any. I won't take any guff.
Lady, you about scared the salute out of me. That's okay, Mrs. Ruth Steiner. Well, I was just practicing my command of practice maneuvers. That's what was your name again? Ruth Steiner. Well, Addie's Mrs. Steiner. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Iglesias Maximilian something. That's Sergeant Iglesias Maximilian something to you. So what brings you out here to the wilderness? The Superior sent you? Well, why would my superior officer send a civilian? I've heard of this. You're one of those liaison incognitos or incognito liaisons, anyway, where the superior officer sends an unsuspecting civilian like you to reward his finer officers by giving him some under-the-counter goods. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. So, what do you have for me? I hope it's some new boots. I could really use some new boots. Don't let the shine of these fool you. That's just because I polish the tar out of them every day. Quite literally some days. But, on the inside, they're enough to peel the skin off a skunk. I take these puppies off and ain't no one, my friend. No boots, so, well, I hope it's some ammo. I could really use some new ammo for my sharpshooters. They're gonna get dull. No ammunition, huh? So, what are you here for? You're here to teach me something. Like what? How to command my troops? Do you have any military experience? I didn't think so. A CO? You mean your commanding officer? Conscientious objector? You mean you don't even believe in supporting the troops? Oh, how's that going to work? Instead of marching, you're going to show us how to do the waltzing tango? Instead of barking orders at the man, you're going to show us how to swoon? maybe instead of firing an M16, you're going to show us how to pull out our egg beaters. What do you mean you know how to fight for what matters? Fight for what matters. So what is your what experience do you have then? You were you were a mother of 4. That's commendable. You for 30 years you taught children for 30 years. That's admirable. 51 years to the same husband? Wow, that's impressive. But even if your husband was, I don't know, some kind of goofball that you had to train to keep his mouth shut in public or something, I mean, that hardly would qualify you as a combat command expert, well, would it? Sometimes what you did was harder than being a soldier. Now, how do you figure? Sometimes loving is tough. Well, so is being a soldier. I mean, a soldier's lot is rough. A soldier has to deny himself of many of the privileges that civilians like you just take for granted. Well, what do you mean you deny yourself of many worldly pleasures? Why would you do that? So you're a Christian? Well, being a soldier, you've got to back down from your superior officer no matter what, even if you don't agree with them. That takes discipline and determination. Well, why would you submit to your husband or church group or whatever if you have a better idea? That doesn't sound like discipline. That sounds like wimpiness. No offense. A loving partnership goes both ways. Well, being a soldier is not about love. It's about war and peace. A soldier, he goes off to war and he doesn't even know if he's going to come back dead or alive. I mean, for instance, imagine if you were on the battlefield and the man right next to you, all of a sudden, wham, he's gone. Killed in action, never to take a breath in God's green earth again. That's tough. Having to live with that the rest of your life. You have? Your own son? Wow, that is rough. I can't imagine. You must have went through some battles, all right. Well, you know, still being a soldier, you have to go through all this without any concern for anyone else or anything. Really? You've done that your whole life? So what you're saying is the only ones that you had concern with were those under your care, without any concern for yourself? That's remarkable. But I'm not sure why you're really telling me this. I'm not ever planning to be a mother or a wife or a school teacher. A good friend? Well, yeah. But I want to be a more caring person and a better citizen. Sure. Who's going to say no to that? But what's that got to do with being a soldier? It couldn't. You mean, so what you're saying is if I cared just for others without any concern for myself, I'd be a better soldier too. Wow. Sounds like some top secret classified military intelligence, if there is such a thing anymore. So who did you say sent you? Our superior officer. I thought so. You do have some military experience, don't you? No? You mean Major Minor didn't send you? Higher up. So General Vague sent you? No. You mean the Commander-in-Chief, the President sent you? Well, who's higher up than the President of the United States? Ruth? Mrs. Steiner? Huh. Wow, that was an amazing encounter. I think maybe even life-changing. I'm going to have to figure out a way to be more caring and more putting people on top priority in relationships too, like Ruth Steiner.
So safe, you had that special way. You embodied understanding and encouraged by what you'd say. Ruth will miss you. You were faithful to the end, serving others every day. You rose up strong whenever there was heartache. Serving no matter what, shining our hope forever. We miss you, but we'll see you soon. We miss you, but we'll see you beyond the
I am a vacuum salesman, I can sell to anyone. Smooth talks the master plan about everything under the sun. I pounce upon their pain and feast upon their fun. Ha ha! Convince and capture is how the sale is won. And when they see their need, the dirty deal is done. Convince and capture, convince and capture, convince and capture. I can sell to anyone. Sell to any, sell to any, sell to anyone. Sell to any, sell to any, sell to any. I can sell to anyone.
That sucked the air right out of me on that one. That's okay. I was working too hard anyway. So, welcome to Maroon's Room, where you can always find a clean sweep. Allow me to commence the introductions. My name is Iglesias Maximilian something, and whom do I have the immense honor, distinct privilege, and prestigious pleasure of making the acquaintance of today? A little shy, huh? Well, let me back up a little bit. What is your name? Well, Jere Steiner. That is a strong, fine name. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am just thrilled to meet you. I love to meet people. People are a top priority for me, you know, now. And so, George. May I call you George? Great. You can call me I Am. That's I am something. Sometimes a name just says it all, doesn't it? So, George. You look like a man who likes things clean. Now, that's a good thing. And speaking of things, do I have just the thing for you? This here is a deluxe fusion turbo filtration device, otherwise known in the biz as a DFTFD. Now, this DFTFD is guaranteed to find whatever's been swept under the rug. It will heist whatever's been in your carpet vault, and it will absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a snigger of doubt, become your favorite toy, even though it really sucks. Just a little vacuum humor there, George. Get the blood going, you know? So, this serene Bob, I mean George. George. Now, George, if you have any dust bunnies, any pet dust bunnies, you better say your hasta la bye-byes, because this little baby's going to send them off to heaven and send them packing off to heaven. So, yes, sirree. Bye, George. There's the ticket. Bye, George. This DFTFD is going to blow your mind and make your head spin and sweep you off your feet. So about the only thing left to do is take it for a test drive. Go ahead. Take it for a little spin. Well, I know you didn't come here to buy a vacuum cleaner. I mean, who of us really does, honestly. But then again, you don't want to let this deal of a lifetime pass you by, as our founder and CEO, Mr. Rue, says in our patented, ridiculously beautiful commercials. You mean the boss sent you here? Great. What, he doesn't think I can sell a glass of water to a burning building, does he? He doesn't think I'm worth my weight in dirt. Well, great. Well, you tell him that I can sell anything to anyone, anytime, anywhere. Why, I can convince a clergyman to cuss. I can talk down the IRS auditor. I can schmooze the schmoozer. I can swindle the swindler. I can make friends with the firing squad. I can even sweet talk the dreaded old maid with hemorrhoids and toothache. Why? Because I get people. I get people to buy things. Because I'm great with people. But then I guess you already figured that out, haven't you, George? George? You know, you don't say much, do you? How am I supposed to learn anything from you if you don't say anything? I mean, talking is the way of the world. Why, I learned some of my best stuff just by hearing my own self-talk. You talk and you go places. You talk well and you move up. It's the food chain 101. You convince and capture in this business. Isn't that right, George? George? George, are you saying, by not saying, that maybe I talk too much? Well, you didn't have any trouble speaking up that time, did you? Well, how can that be? I'm the best salesman in the company. Wait up. Are you saying that if I was more prudent and judicious with my words, that maybe I'd even do better? Wow, that's profound. What else you got for me, George? That's rich. So if I was to reflect on things like this, shut my mouth and just listen like you, then I'd have even more insight. Wow. Thanks, George. Did Open That Room really send you here? Well, you said the boss sent you, though. The boss. Well, who's more of a boss than the owner of the company? George? George? Wow. Not only is his voice disappeared, did his voice disappear, now he disappeared. Huh. I'm going to have to figure out a way to reflect on things and be more silent, like Jere Steiner.
I am a librarian, my knowledge has no bounds. I search the shelves and read the books, oh the things I found. I reflect on wisdom without ever making a sound. Quiet and acquire is not only profound, it builds up the mind and is the best advice around. Quiet and acquire, quiet and acquire, quiet and acquire, my knowledge has no bounds. Knowledge has no knowledge has no knowledge has no bounds. Knowledge has no knowledge has no knowledge has no. My knowledge has no bounds.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not sure what you're finding so amusing, but you're gonna have to keep it down. This is a library. Well, it's great to meet you, Mr. Nussbaum. Irvin. Iglesias Maximilian something. Yes, I do go by it. I am something, as a matter of fact. No, not the matter of fact part, just the I am something. So what can I do for you, Irvin? The manager sent you. Huh. Good old read a book. You get worried that I'm gonna use your name in vain when I recommend a bestseller? Not so loud. There's people in here trying to read a book. No more jokes for you. You're gonna get us both into trouble. So what information do you have for me? Wait, you're a pastor? So what possibly can you tell me that I don't already know? Do I know where I'm going? I mean, presently or later in this life or after this life? All of the above. Well, presently, I was going to put this book, Future Shock, ironically, back on the shelf when I was interrupted by a loud laugh. Yeah, that's the one. So you were asking me where I was going. So yeah, you really can't, which just goes to prove to you that you really can't predict the future. You can't even predict the present, let alone the future. I mean, prognosticating the future is kind of a waste of time. for anyone with intellect anyway, don't you think? Would I like to know the future? Well, sure, I guess I would like to know my future. I'd probably change my vocation to a bookie if I knew my future, but really, seriously, even the best authors, they can't even predict the future with any accuracy. I mean, look at, for instance, George Orwell's book, 1984, for instance. When 1984 actually came around, his predictions for society really weren't even close. And 2001 Space Odyssey, the same thing, thankfully. But then, well, they probably made lots of money, though, because they were bestsellers. And is that what you're wanting? Is that you're wanting to make a futuristic book? You already have the best book ever written on the subject. Well, what would that be? The Bible. Well, yeah, we have the Bible on our shelves, but that's more of a history book, right? Depends on what? On what I believe about Jesus. You mean the part of him dying and coming back to life? Well, how's that going to tell me about my future? So what you're saying is if I know God, then I can know my future? But I'll live with him forever in heaven, eternally. Well, that's worth pondering, isn't it? But are you saying that you can know the future in this world, in this life? Possibly. What do you mean, possibly? So it all comes down to relationship. It's kind of a head scratcher and a brain teaser and a mind bender, isn't it? Yet I guess there is some conceivable feasibility to it. Well, what's so funny? Well, you sure do have these urges every once in a while, don't you? It's like you don't have any concern for place or rank. Why is that? You know where you're going. Wow. Wish I had that confidence. So, did Rita really send you that? I mean, this doesn't sound like her. I can usually read her like a book. No? I mean, so the manager, the fiction manager didn't send you, huh? Or was it the nonfiction manager? Reed Henry Search? No? Oh, the periodical manager, Maggie Zine? Well, we're kind of running out of managers here at the old library. Are you sure it was a manager of man-made books? No? Irvin? Mr. Nussbaum? Sorry. Wow. That was insightful and informative. And wow, I'm going to have to figure out a way to be more confident in who I am and where I'm going, like Irvin Nussbaum.
Irvin, we'll miss you. You made us feel so sure. You had that special air. Your joyous laughter boomed, and as the rocket went out there. Irvin, we'll miss you. You unashamedly preached God's word and stood by us in prayer. Your message was clear, and everything you did, you always pronounced it true, 'cause you were a man of care. We miss
I am a baseball player, I'm known as a big shot. Set my goals and work real hard and achieve what I sought. Pitch makes one mistake and I'm on my home run trot. compete and conquer to get more than I got. By defeating the foe, I went and grabbed a whole lot. Compete and conquer, compete and conquer, compete and conquer. I'm known as a big shot. Known as a big, known as a big, known as a big shot. Known as a big, known as a big, known as a big. I'm known as a big shot.
You're welcome. Oh, really, it's no problem. I'm glad to do it. Well, thank you. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll hit two, one for you and one for me. Oh, well, I'm glad you came to see me too. Okay, well, see you later. Glad that's over with. Hi, I didn't see you. I guess you're the last one here. So, I see you're having a good time by that big smile on your face. What's your name, buddy? All right. To my big fan, Ken Steiner, from your favorite player, I am something. Well, you didn't come here to get an autograph. Well, that's a new one. Well, what did you come here for? For the peanuts? The coach sent you. Oh, well, that figures. So then you can tell the coach that you can't coach perfection. No, seriously though, I've always went by compete and conquer, and I've conquered about everything I've set out to achieve. So really, he can just sit back in his dugout and spit those seeds. I'll take the hitting part from here. Am I a baseball player? Are you kidding me? I'm the reigning MVP of the last 2 years. I'm leading the league in home runs, and we're about ready to capture another pennant. How could you not know me? So what do you make time for? Farming, family, and church. Well, that's things I surely don't have time for. Well, I guess a guy's got to make sacrifices if he's going to be important. Lonely? No, I'm not. How could you? It's hard to be lonely when there's a crowd everywhere you go. I mean, I'm at the pinnacle of my career right now. Everybody wants to see me, except maybe you. Speaking of which, aren't you lonely? It must be a real drag being stuck on a farm all the time without anyone noticing you. You're loved and needed. By whom? Family and friends. Well, that's something I sure can't relate to. My family's not even speaking to me anymore ever since I signed that major league contract and wouldn't buy them each brand new car. They think I'm selfish. Believe that. But what have they ever done for me? You know, that's what I think of. Who needs them? That's what I say. Friends? Well, yeah, they're a dime a dozen. I've got more friends than you can shake a bat at. Then again, I wouldn't really trust any of them further than I could throw them. They're always wanting something from you, and then you give them something and they want more. Then they're upset with what you did or didn't do. I think friends are mostly just a means to an end, don't you? Gifts from God. I guess I'm going to have to give me some of your friends and family. Is that why you always got that big smile on your face? Did you just call me friend? Well, no, I've had lots of people call me friend, I guess, but I'm not sure anyone's ever really meant it. Yeah, I think you do. So Ken, did Coach Homer really send you here? No? Well, you said the coach sent you, though. You mean the coach of more than just a game? Ken? I find a real genuine friend, and and he's gone. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to cherish people more, like Ken Steiner.
Ken, we'll miss you. You made us feel so blessed. You had that special glee. You never sought your own trophies, but gladly welcomed us all your tea. Ken, we'll miss you. You always wanted God's perfect way. Cherishing others was your dream. Your smile was your avenue for sharing, and through God's holy word, your whole life lead. We miss you, but we'll see you soon. We miss you, but we'll see you beyond.
I am a man of the cloth, do things orderly and right. Catechism and Eucharist, serving people is my plight. Loyally serve the flock, those dumb as sheep some might. Comply and control, for the narrow way is tight. They will but only obey, I surely won't give slide. Comply and control, comply and control, comply and control. I do things orderly and right. Orderly and orderly and orderly and right. Orderly and orderly and orderly and do things orderly and right.
Oh, holy! Lady, you about scared the... You startled me, madam. I'm the scary one. Oh, I'm not Judas priest. I am a priest, but I'm not Judas priest. My name is basically Maximilian something, and I'm having trouble with my collar. But you can call me Father. I am something. No, that's not to say that you or your Uncle John can call me just any something, or my father, or your father or my father. Neither. You mean neither? Either? Or either and neither? I don't think your uncle would call your father just anything, because they would be related, right? Brother John, yeah. That's what your father would call your uncle. I don't think I caught your name, Miss... no, I wasn't thinking your name was Missy. I was saying... what was your name? The same as it always has been. Which might be... No, I didn't mean it might be the same as it always was, or conversely that it might not be the same as it never was, or you got me getting my turds all wangled. I mean, my words all tangled up. What is your name? Peter Rabbit? Viscount. Well, I'm glad we got that straightened out. It's a pleasure to meet you, I think. Mrs. Coons. Do you go by Mrs.? You never miss a thing. Well, what do you go by then? You get by never being late. Okay. What? You never miss a beat at the drum roll call. That's good. Well, bless your gizzard too. So, what can I do for you, Ms. Coons? Are you here for a confessional? Well, I guess you wouldn't be in charge of your brother's keeper, now would you? So, what are you here for? What can I do for you? Nothing. Oh, what are you here for then? To make me laugh? I've never heard it quite said like that. If the shoe fits, share it. I will. Thank you. That'll work nicely into a sermon. What else do you got? Go ahead. You're here for me. What do you mean? The Father sent you. You mean Father Sonny? My bishop? Not that Father. Well, why would a father send you to check up on me? I mean, I've always went by comply and control. And I'm the most orderly, pious priest that I know. What do you mean you or your gracious governor are going to jack me up?
I think we're the only ones.
He didn't send you here to... He didn't. So, what you're saying is he didn't send you here for my orderly's pies. Oh, you mean about me being orderly and pious? Oh, okay. So, what other words of wisdom do you have for me here then?
Oh no.
Okay. Variety is the sprucing up of life. That is very unique and insightful, isn't it? I guess if we live by that, we'd never be stuck in a rut. What else? If you don't go to bed, you can't get up in the morning. Truer words were never spoken. You're not only creative, you're practical. I like that. What else? That about sums you up, doesn't it? Don't be sappy, be happy. You can make a song out of that. How delightful. I don't think I'm ever going to forget this moment. So, did you say, what Father sent you? Our Father. You mean like, our Father who art in... By? Miss Coons? Wow. I feel like I've been punched in the face with some kind of wonderful. Boy, I'm going to have to figure out a way to be more joyful and spontaneous, like Coons.
I will miss you. You made us feel so happy. You had that special knack. You shared yourself with gusto. Rich you were, you never lacked. I will miss you. You served the Lord and others without ever looking back. Your outlook on life was pure original. Your zany antics were delightful, and your attitude of pride. We miss you, we'll see you soon. We miss you, we'll see you. We are on the
I am a famous actor, I do what I enjoy. I imitate and play charades like Queen Elizabeth Boy. I go for what'll please me and not what will annoy. Convey and compel, with emotion I can toy. I build up the drama and with horror destroy. Convey and compel, convey and compel, convey and compel. I do what I enjoy. Do what I and do what I and do what I enjoy. Do what I and do what I and do what I and. I do what I enjoy.
That's another fine mess you got us into. May the force be with you. Men who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything. To infinity and beyond. Here, looking at you, kid. Bound home. You doing that? I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. You talking to me? Go ahead. Make my day. Oh, I wasn't talking. I was just honing my craft, trying to get my act together. Just playing the part of a fool, really. So you looking for me? There he goes again. Please just step right in anytime. Stop this mad carousel of quotes going off in my head before we both go mad. What is your name? Ruth? Oh, no, that's the Steiner. Well, that's a beautiful name. Really? No, you should. You really should be proud of it. It fits you well. Unique is good. By the way, my name is Ignatius Maximilian something. You probably know me as I am something, though I'm thinking of using my poetic license to change that maybe to I am crazy. What do you think? So, would you like to hear some Willie Shakespeare, some little recitation here, like to be or not to be? That is the most ridiculous question I've ever heard. I like to have fun with it. So, are you here for? Can I get you some maybe some tickets to my opening show of my next movie? It's all about me. And I've got some killer lines in this one. And plot's not half bad either. Are you into movies? Well, thank you. Yeah, I have had a fabulous career. You're too kind, really. I've mostly just conveyed and compelled, and they come. I guess it helps that I've really enjoyed myself, but that's all part of it. So, if you're not into movies, what brings you out here? The director sent you. Good old Arnie Goodenough, huh? After his old tricks, he's going to change the script at the last minute, I guess, probably, right, huh? You know what they say about old Goodenough, that was good enough for Goodenough. Arnie Goodenough, your employer? I don't doubt you never met him. He's got his name running the asylum. So what do you have for me? You got any some memorization potion? Could use that about now. How about some billy clubs to beat off all those ravenous, obnoxious sometimes fans? Well then, how about some media repellent for those malicious, menacing, malcontent, misinformed. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so negative, but sometimes as much as I love this job, sometimes I get pulled in so many directions that I feel like hating everyone. You know what I mean? You've never hated anyone in your whole life? Wow. Well, what do you do with people that annoy you? I can see the part about trying to ignore their behavior, but inviting them over for dinner? Why would you do that? It pleases your director? Aren't you good enough? No, I wasn't suggesting that you're not good enough. On the contrary, I think you're too good probably for the crowd that I hang out with anyway. But I think you're too hard on yourself. So are you always this kind and considerate? You're not kind as you should be. Wait a minute, is that in the script? I think that's my line. Are you always this humble? Wow. You're even humble about being humble. Wow. So you're just a breath of fresh air. Man, I'm gonna have to try some of this. There's a really a vital effect I'm getting. Where did you learn how to act like this? From your director. So you are an actor? No. You mean none of this is an act? You act like this for real? Wow. Who is your director? The director. I mean, the director of like real life? Vesta? Wow. I'm going to have to, that's like a paradigm shift. I'm going to have to figure out a way I can be more kind and considerate, gentle and caring and gracious and humble, like Vesta Steiner. Vesta will miss you. You made us feel special. You had that special touch. You offered yourself as nothing and gave us all so much. Vesta